Hello and welcome all to the University of Lynchburg. We are here in Turner Gymnasium, Wayne Profit Court, for this Division III women's volleyball matchup between the 4-2 Hood College Blazers and the 6-2 Clinton College Bears. My name is Ethan Morotsky and my partner today, John Bilbo. We're here for an exciting matchup. Both these teams have already played one game. Hood College went down 0-3 to the University of Lynchburg Hornets, while Clinton took it to 5 sets just down the road at Randolph College earlier today. So, Bilbo, we're expecting a great game.
Yeah, we are. Two teams needing a win today.
Yeah, going to be an exciting matchup. Both these teams probably a little tired. Clinton most likely more tired than the Blazers, as again they went into a 5-set match with Randolph College just down the road. They lost the first set 25-15, came back after a pretty big margin in set number one, won 25-20, lost set 3, won set 4, and then it was a battle about half of the 5th set, and they lost 15-7. And on the other end, you've got the Blazers, who really didn't have much to talk about in their game against the Lynchburg Hornets. Lynchburg, again, receiving votes to be ranked in the MPI, just not quite making that top 25 push yet. This is the best season that they've had to start in program history. But Hood College, again, really didn't have much to talk about as they got dominated in game 1.
Well, if you look on it, they were not very good in set 1 and 2, but at least in set 3 they kept it closer.
Yeah, set 2 was a little bit of a rough one for Hood College, losing that one 25-3, and I completely agree with you. They looked much better in set number 3. Some of that may be possibly to do with the fact that both teams kind of loosened up a little bit. Lynchburg really started feeling great the entire match, but like you were talking about, the Blazers really did great, really mainly towards the front net. They had a couple great blocks against Caitlin Hardy on the Lynchburg squad, and they're hoping to carry that on to this match against Clinton. It should be a fun game. It's going to be interesting. We don't really know what we're gonna see today.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how both teams react. I would say that Hood, you want to build off what you had in the 3rd set, as I said earlier. If you can play like that, you might have a shot at beating this Clinton team that, again, is a 6-2 team, and that'll be huge. Both teams with 2 losses.
Both these teams starting off their seasons, like you said, Clinton 6-2, Hood 4-2. Both these squads only had 1 loss before today, so if you're Hood College and the Clinton Bears, you're not really too down in the dumps after your first losses or your second losses of the season today. Again, the Bears losing to Randolph in 5 and Hood losing to Lynchburg in 3. As a neutral site here in Lynchburg for both these squads, there was supposed to be an all-day event. If you were here for the Lynchburg game, we touched on that a little bit. This was supposed to be an all-day event, but there were some cancellations last minute a couple days ago. One of the teams had to cancel out. So we just have 2 games today. Again, Lynchburg winning the first one 3-0 against Hood College left. And Clinton Bears losing to Randolph 3-2. A really great matchup. A good volleyball game, but Clinton Bears will be on your right as we are ready to begin set number 1.
And it's liftoff here in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Going to be an awesome volleyball game. Turner Gymnasium, always a great location, as we're going to have Clinton bringing in number 14, Charlotte White. See who will get the ball to serve first. We're seeing
the freshman starting.
Yeah, a lot of very young team for Clinton. They've got just 4 seniors and no juniors. So you've got a majority of a younger classmen as Camilla Newton will take the service line for the Bears and start this off.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see if those seniors can lead this team today.
Good serve to the back end of the court. Hood College just going to get a free ball over. A deflection at the net causes some panic, but Charlotte White with a great set. That one blasted onto the Hood side, but it gets into the rafters. Hood College used to that a little bit. It happened a couple times against Lynchburg, and a great block from number 22, Anna Fuebu.
Yeah, nice set there for both teams. I think you can look on the Hood, even though you didn't get the result you wanted setting, it was really a nice stop because Clinton set a fastball right at you.
That was our player to watch in game 1 for Hood College, and Afuebu has really been outstanding for this Hood College Blazers team. Didn't really get the results that she wanted last matchup, I believe only getting 3 or 4 kills, and she had 60 coming into today, and we're seeing maybe a small injury for the Bears. It looks like everything's all right. That'll be Sierra Faulkner, a sophomore from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Says she's all good, and we're ready to start play. Hood up 1-0. As Maria Ricketts serves that one, a great serve, a diving stop from the Bears. That was Camilla Newton on that dive, just couldn't keep it up as Hood will take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Hood's picking up where they left off. If you were here for the Lynchburg game, even though the third set was their best of the day by far, and they look like they're trying to build off that, and they're going to need to if they want to come out with a win today.
A really great hit from Madison Weber, but an even better job. But Afuebu can't get it over the net, can't send the free ball over, and they give Clinton their first points of the day on Wayne Prophet Court. You mentioned that Hood is starting where they kind of left off with Lynchburg, where they saw a little bit more fight in that third set. Do you think that has a little bit of an advantage for Hood over Clinton, even though Clinton played 5 sets earlier?
I feel like both teams, they've already played today, so, I mean, you're going to have to watch the bench, try and get some fresh legs in there. It'll be interesting. As you said, Hood only took it to 3 sets. So I think you could say you could build off that, but for Clinton, you could say, hey, we barely lost. We went to 5 sets.
Yeah, rightly said, as that one just tipped over by Madison Weber. It seems like these first couple points, we've been calling her name a ton. So a great little poke over. It's not all about the velocity in volleyball these days, and sometimes it is about placement. We're going to get our first substitutions for the Bears, as we'll have number 99, Doris Rodrigo, entering the contest. Sierra Faulkner back at the serving line. Hood College up 3-2 on the Bears. Faulkner will send this across. Good job from Hood College to establish. That one just couldn't get over the net. 23 Cam Madden just couldn't poke it over. And it was a really great serve from Faulkner. She kind of put it into an area where no Blazer was comfortable. And she'll send this one way to the left. And that'll be a point for Hood College. We heard a whistle as the serve went across, so it might have been a little bit of foul play, maybe foot on the line, possibly, but it'll be Hood College ball now to serve over. That one just finding the line. What a smash from Alexia Cunningham. Beautiful ball into the corner and ties it up at 4.
Clinton bringing the velocity very early on. Some people watch if they keep it through the whole night.
Yeah, going to be interesting. Again, both these teams have already played, and we see a sign of aggressiveness for the first 8 points of this first set from Clinton, which is an interesting one, as that one just scrapes over the top of the net. Not the hit that you wanted, Mary LeBlanc, but the hit that you needed. And a great job retaking this lead. But going back onto that point, Clinton's played 5 sets already. I mean, it's going to be tough on them if they're going to keep this aggressive mindset.
Yeah, they're definitely going to, if they want to keep playing high velocity, I guarantee you see the bench sub in and out. As again, there was another high velocity hit. So the bench has been active early on as another sub comes in the game.
Yeah, Alexia Cunningham, another great kill, ties it up at 5. Looking like it's going to be a close matchup the entire way through. This is honestly perfect for both these squads. You had a tough loss against Lynchburg if you're Hood College, so this is a really great bounce back game. We talked about how it was a get-right game for Lynchburg in our first stream today, and you can almost say the same thing about Hood College, and there's another great hit from number 23, Cam Madden. That's our player to watch for Hood College today. She's second on the team in the kills number, and she's showing exactly why here. Just a one-score game. It has been teetering on that pretty much the entire first set, as that one will just be poked across onto the Blazers side. Abuefu, a huge hit, but an even better dig from the Bears. And that'll be Clinton College point, another tie ball game. I feel like this is pretty much going to be the whole story of the night for both these teams, Bilbo.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting. As early on, I'd say both teams look even right now. Like I said, high velocity. It's going to come down to maybe a couple of fakes. No high velocity, just a little tap and loft over the net.
Just like that, an attempt from the Blazers, and it's going to be a free ball that leads right back to them. Ofuebu, another good hit, just dug out by the Bears. That one's going to be smashed cross court. Great job, set by 24. Ricketts sends it over. This is the longest rally of the night in this matchup. And Ofuebu, just a small mental error will give Clinton their first lead as they take the lead 7-6. Ofuebu, not somebody that you really would expect to make an error like that, as she does lead this team in kills. As she had 60 coming into both of these games today, coming into this Friday night mix. But you also have to remember, as that one hits the rafters, a great play, great stuff from Kendall Macy. But you also have to remember that she's got 30 errors, 30 plus errors now, as another great attempt from Macy. Trying to get that pancake on the floor, can't get it to go. And Clinton extending their lead now 8-6.
Yeah, let's see if Clinton can try and break away from the pack here. It's been point there, point other side, point back and forth.
Been a lot like a pendulum as that one hits the rafters, smacks it, comes down with some velocity, but an even better job and an even better block. This one kept alive. What a rally that we've got going on here. Hood College trying to keep it alive. That one poked over by Cam Madden. Clinton gonna reset, send a free ball over to Hood College. Tried to poke it over, it's staying alive. No, it'll go in the way of the Bears. Another great attempt from Kendall Macy. What a rally we saw there.
Yeah, that was very impressive on both sides. Even though if you're Hood and you didn't get the point, there's a lot of bodies hitting the floor there. Everybody seemed like they wanted that point eagerly, and Clinton pulls it out. So let's see if they use that, get some momentum here.
Really well said. A point like that, with that long of a rally, your players are tired around you. You want to get the point. A great dig from the libero and Charla White. And this one kept alive. We've seen back-to-back great rallies. This one hit from the back, and it'll hit the top of the net and go straight down. So Hood College catches a little bit of a break there, cutting the lead down to 2. We've been treated to some good volleyball here, Bilbo. I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying these teams, especially after losing their first game of the day. They're really fighting. They want that comeback win.
Yeah, they definitely do. Neither team wants to go 0-2. You see the high velocity early on, but you also see a high amount of errors. It'll definitely be interesting to watch if they can limit the errors, keep the velocity, and get the subs in the game, get fresh legs, and get fresh arms too when you're hitting the ball that hard.
Yeah, I completely agree. Depth on the bench is something we harped on last game for both these squads. More on the end of Lynchburg. Great job from Maria Ricketts. So smashing that one into the corner, and we're back to a tie ball game, 9-9. But we harped on it last game against Lynchburg for Hood College, is that the Hornets have so much depth, and that's really, situations like this is really where it shows. You've got one game already played by both these squads. You're really trying to figure out who's got the edge on the other team. As that one sails over the line, Clinton retakes the lead. It's all about trying to figure out who's going to step up, who's the next woman up that's going to show off to their coaching staff and the other team. Camilla Newton at the serving line, sends that one way over. It will be held up by the Blazers. Ofuebu sends a free ball over. The Bears have a chance. A huge hit from Madison Weber, and there was no chance at stopping that. And it's an 11-9 lead for the Bears.
Yeah, I'd love to see a radar gun on that one. electric right there.
Lot of velocity that you've been talking about. The Bears are certainly aggressive in this contest, in this first set. And served in the corner. Fuebu keeps it in. Blazers try and poke that one over. It's honestly just a free ball. Another hit from Weber. Oh, non-stop aggressiveness from this Bears team. And that'll be a timeout for Hood College. We'll take a short break here on Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
We're stranded. I hope someone sees this.
She's fine.
Where are we going today, Tim?
Monument Creek.
How far?
Debatable.
How do you think it's gonna go?
I think it's gonna go well. I think we're gonna have one big climb that's gonna kind of suck. But then after that, we're gonna have some incredible views. But it's happening.
It's very mental. The worst part is when you first start, but you gotta keep going and you take your breaks and you look up and you enjoy the view, and it's all worth it. Hey Mom, it's just Kate and I here. Hey Jean, eating some jerky? It's extra good at this spot. How's it going?
Great. I love how that's what you ask what do you think? How's it going?
What else am I gonna ask?
You see how there's a high point?
What do you think about the river, Megan?
Pretty cool.
Well, great answer.
She's cold! Little Dan.
Megan, how was the open air toilet? How would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Based on...
I don't know.
Welcome back to Turner Gymnasium. Ethan Moratsky, John Bilbo, as we see just an electric kill from Weber. You see the velocity on that. There had to have been some heat, some sizzles on the behind of that ball. And Clinton gonna try and extend their lead with a serve across. Poked over by Fuebu. Set up for Weber, pokes it to the back corner, just kept alive. No! Weber gets it to go. Good placement into that back left corner. She continues her dominance in this middle of the first set. Both these teams, we can't harp on it enough. They're very tired. They've played 3 to 5 sets. This is their 4th and 6th set for both these teams. How much does it look like it's affecting them so far?
I think it's first set, so you're not seeing crazy or anything. I mean, look at Clinton, the Vilos, it's there. I mean, now when you see set 3, I think that's when you start to see subs coming in and playing the majority of the set.
That was none other than Weber again for the Bears, launching that one. A lot of velocity, a lot of placement that we've seen from her. There she is again. Oh my goodness. We are seeing complete domination the last 6 or 7 points for the Bears. Madison Weber, she's everywhere.
Yeah, and the velo's there every time. It's a fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
Like the baseball reference, Bilbo. We'll see another cross court, another good serve, kept alive by Fuebu. Gonna go right back to her. A nice block from the Bears front line. It has to be a free ball into the corner. Can't stay in. A little too much sauce on that for number 24, Maria Ricketts. And they've got another timeout for Hood College. That was a quick one. We'll stay here, Bilbo. It's 16-9. It's been a pretty close matchup this entire first set, but we are seeing the Bears start to pull away. We talk about how they played 5 sets. It does make them a little more tired. I think you can harp on that point, but I think at the same time, it gives them a little more experience. They probably have more players that are warmed up. They probably have more players that are kind of in that zone, and they're probably hungry for a win. Again, it went into 5 sets, and it went back and forth the entire time with Randolph winning set 1, and then the Bears, and then Randolph, and then the Bears again with Randolph winning that 5th set to take on a close victory. So the Bears are probably hungry, don't you think, Bilbo?
I would agree. They really look hungry. They're hitting the ball very hard. You see them take over the game in the last 5 minutes here. Let's see if they run away with this the whole game. At least this set, it looks like it's going to be like that. If you're a Hood, you got to get some momentum back, and you need it quick.
Completely agree, and this is a great Clinton squad that we're seeing so far in the first set. Again, Weber absolutely dominating. Number 17, the freshman from Keller, Texas. A long commute, but she's doing just pretty much about everything that a coaching staff could ask for. She's just dominated. She's surplused this team to a 16-9 lead. She's right there at the bottom of the Clinton line. And both these teams, they want to take that win home. You mentioned it earlier, you don't want to go 0-2 in a day, but we're seeing some bright spots from both these squads. Is another really great serve, and that'll be another serving ace. Number 6, Camilla Newton. She's been back there a while now, and she's starting to get comfortable at the serving line.
We'll see how this goes here. She's on a roll for sure. See if Hood can do anything to slow her down.
8-point lead for the Bears over the Blazers. Newton sends another good serve across, and just a little bit of miscommunication. How about a pair of aces for Camilla Newton?
Do you feel the momentum switching one way?
Oh, absolutely.
Because
it is all Bears right now, Bilbo.
Hood, you need to get some momentum here, and you need to kick back here a little bit. Take your time. That last play is unacceptable. As I say that, they get a point right there.
Another great hit from Mufwebu. Caught a little bit of a touch at the net, or possibly in the back court. You see a diving effort from Charlotte White. She, as the libero for the Bears, has been all over the place also. And now you've got an 8-point deficit to deal with if you're the Blazers. There's Weber. Just misses the line. Another great hit from 17, but you can't catch a little too much hot sauce on that one.
Yeah, the velo, like I said, the velo, it's good when you hit it at someone, but if you hit it too hard and miss your spot.
And they go right back to her, find that back line. Weber says, fool me once, shame on you. You're not going to fool me twice.
Yeah, that one definitely got in on that back line. I wonder if it's hot down there on that line, because that thing had another, I know I'm sounding repetitive, but the velo here, crazy work.
Monica Burns steps in for the Bears to keep this one alive. There she is right there. Back to Weber, pokes this one across, can't get a good enough hit. So pretty much a free ball for Hood College, diving save. Oh, just a little bit of miscommunication. A great job from Ashley Knight to keep that alive, but ball just kind of stuck in no man's land. Nobody wanted to be able to keep that one alive. So that'll be a 7-point lead for Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton, they've definitely been very aggressive to start this game. If you're a Hood, you want to cut the deficit here.
It's all about momentum in volleyball, and they're going right back to Weber and blocked at the line. A beautiful job from Skylar Plant.
A little taste of your own medicine there. This time Hood comes with
really great job from the Blazers, like you were just saying. We've seen Weber put velocity on every single hit. As that one served into the net, it'll be a serving error for the Blazers. But not easy to stop an athlete like Weber. They've done so and couldn't keep that alive.
Well, just as Hood had got a little momentum, they messed themselves up by hitting the ball in the net.
Yeah, really tough on your squad. You get a crucial point where you make a big play on a big player, as there's a small error on Isabel Garrett, so it'll be a serving ace for Sierra Faulkner. You saw her at the beginning of this set, wheeling and dealing back there at the service line. 21-13 Bears. So they go right back towards the area of Garrett. That one kept alive for the Bears. Chara White sets that one poked over by Weber. You can tell that they're definitely focusing all on that left side of the net. They're giving the ball to Weber every single time. That one hits the rafters, almost kept alive by Ricketts. A diving effort, not successful as that hits our new video board, but what a great rally for both these teams.
Yeah, it looks very good for Clinton right now. It looks like they're taking the momentum, taking it in a bag, and taking it with them.
Another great serve from the Bears. That's just going to result in a free ball for themselves. A quick set and hit. That one kept alive, hit right into the referee. Point Hood College. That's another, it wasn't a long rally, but you saw great positives for both these squads. More for Hood College, obviously, but a great job for the Bears to be able to keep that one alive, but an even better job for the Blazers. Plant serves that one over. Now you're 2 points away from taking set one if you're the Bears.
The errors are mounting up here in set one for the Blazers.
It's something that we saw a lot in game one against the Hornets for Hood College. And now they've got a 9-point deficit to take care of as it turns into 8. And we're kind of seeing the errors from both sides. Less errors from the Bears, but like I was just mentioning, Hood College had a ton against Lynchburg. There were a lot of positives from their front hitters, but you got to be able to limit the errors as there's one for the Bears. So slowly trickling back are the Blazers.
Yeah, as we say, the errors for the Blazers, you said Clinton has less, but you definitely want to get the errors out now for Clinton. You have a comfortable lead. Let's take a clean slate for the next set.
Cross by Thornton, and that one almost blocked. Another huge hit from Alexia Cunningham. She's seen a lot of that front net, a lot of power from her as she checks out.
Like it's been all game, Clinton's had the velo.
Absolutely. Set point for the Bears. It'll be Charla White, the libero for this squad in the burgundy shirt. Another good serve right in the middle of the area. That one just can't get over the net. A miss hit from Isabella Garrett will be set one by Clinton. And we will take a short break. We got a really great replay from that kill on Cunningham. Really great job. That'll be set number one. The Clinton Bears lead Hood College Blazers 1-7 on LHSL.
My name is Alexis Fabula. I major in criminology and I double minor in psychology and criminal forensics. My favorite part about Lynchburg is the friends that I've come to have. It's helped me come out of my shell more, and it's helped me become the person I am and the student I am. I really enjoyed how small the campus was, and I also really enjoy how small the class sizes are. It made me feel like I was going to be more engaged than I would at a bigger campus. If someone was on the fence of coming to the University of Lynchburg, I would definitely love to sit down and have a conversation with them because I'm forever grateful that I made this choice. It's definitely something that a student wouldn't regret. Out of my 4 years here, I've not had one bad experience. I've had a great 4 years, and I'm going to be very sad to go.
I wanted to be a physical therapist probably starting about halfway through college. I love the concept that exercise is medicine. We're starting to discover that exercise really can remedy many of the things that we thought that only surgery or only drugs could remedy in the past. When the student comes here, it's because we believe in them, it's because we want them here, it's because we believe they'll be successful. The faculty here are devoted to their development, not only academically but also professionally. We're not so inundated with things that we don't have time to make students one of our highest priorities. We have your back. We're gonna help you through that if you're willing to work.
And we welcome you back to Wayne Crawford Court in Turner Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. And Ethan Maratsky, partner today, Bilbo. How do you feel about that first set?
Early on, it was back and forth. Getting towards and through the middle of the set, I would say Clinton pulled it away. And Clinton had high velocity, but both sides had a lot of errors, which is something you need to clean up on.
Yeah, and we noticed that a majority of them were those small mental errors on set pieces that it's errors that you think you can clean up pretty easily, but unfortunately that's just not how it works in the sports industry. But first set going the way of the Clinton Bears over the Hood Blazers. We saw 13 kills from the Bears to just 4 of the Hood College Blazers. And much like you touched on with the errors, 12 combined errors for both these squads, 5 for Hood and 7 for Clinton. So it's definitely something that they can work on. Hood, a little bit better of a job than they did against the Hornets, but I honestly, like you harped on, I think it was all Clinton at the end of that set, but realistically, it was a tight matchup for the first half, as the first point goes to Hood, so this is a good start for them.
Yeah. Usually when you're in sports, whoever makes the most mistakes loses. What I take away there is that Clinton had more mistakes and still ended up winning the set.
Yes.
That is miraculous to me.
Yeah, it just shows you that, it shows you how well they adapted to this Hood lineup and how well their players have been doing this season. But it shows you that they're doing a good job cleaning it up, as that one will be blocked by number 22, Monica Burns. Great job, as Clinton takes a 2-0 lead.
They're still rolling from last set.
Yep, that's what it's all about. You've got a max set of 5, and the least amount you can play is 3. So you obviously want to go hard at first because you want to get out of there quickly, but you don't want to waste all your energy. But with serves like that, it's hard to use any energy at all. A great job from Camilla Newton. She did a great job in the first set, and pretty much the name of the game for Clinton right now is they're starting off where they left off, just like you said, Bilbo, and they're doing a great job. Up 3-0 as Newton will send this over. Another great serve, just misses the net, or the line, excuse me. And so it'll be Hood point, 3-1 on the Bears.
If you're Hood here, you saw last time when they got the serve back, they would make some errors. You cannot have that. You want to get right back in early on.
A great serve from Anna DeLay. Cam Madeline, and even better hit from Clinton.
Line drive there, just could not stay inside the boundary.
See Alexia Cunningham check back in for the Bears. We saw some powerful hits by her, but it was really led by Madison Weber, the outside hitter. And she's just a freshman. It seemed like they were making sure she got the ball. We might have a... Oh, it looked like the referee on the far end of the net was trying to say that there might have been a net interference, but it'll be Hood College point, so they cut the lead to 2. And like you talked about, the second you get a lead or you get a point, it's really tough on your squad and your coaching staff when the very next point is a serving error, much like what just happened right here. It was as Anna DeLay got that error. It gives the ball right back to Hood College.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to find a way to win when you cannot build any momentum. If you're Clinton here, you've seen a lot of momentum here, especially behind the line serving. They've had a lot of aces early on.
Sierra Faulkner will serve this out once we get some confusion at the scores table figured out. A lot of silence across Turner Gymnasium. Again, not a ton of fans here, as this is a neutral site game for both of these teams. Got some parents in the stands, and so still trying to figure out what's going on at the statisticians table. We got some of the field hockey players for the Hornets rolling in. And might be some stat error, possibly. 5-2 lead for the Bears. It was a really close first set, but all in all, towards the second half, it turned into, as we see some of the Clinton College dance moves, the Bears can move, but it was really a close first set for both these teams until Weber really just took over. I mean, 7 kills in this matchup, and there's another worm from Clinton College. We're getting a little bit of a dance competition, as you're gonna have to help me out here, Bilbo. It's Rihanna, right, on the loudspeaker? Or is it Beyonce? I get the two mixed up all the time. You don't know which one?
I think it's
Rihanna. Is it Rihanna?
Is it Rihanna?
Is it Rihanna? It's Rihanna on the loudspeaker, right? It's Rihanna on the loudspeaker. It's got, yeah, see?
We got it right.
Our cameraman, Sebastian, he's helping me out. And we're getting a slow motion. I'm loving it. I am loving the crew we've got tonight. Sebastian helping us out on our music lingo, making sure we knew it was Rihanna. I was pretty confident, Bilbo. I don't know about you. I seemed confident on it, but, I just wanted to get a final answer, and you go onto the other side of the LHSN crew. We've got JP, Joe Brennan, Micah, and Eli Thomas all helping us out. A huge smash from Anna Fuebu. That's exactly what we expect to see from her.
Yeah, she's going to need to get going if they want to tie this I guess you'd say, game up, this set. She's a key player for them. Love to see her contribute here.
Leads the team in kills going into today. Had a rough match against Lynchburg's defense, but she's really picking it up so far.
Nice.
As it'll be just a poke over and a net violation on Sammy Bentley. And that'll be point Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton, they can run away with it here. I see it coming. If you're, again, we just talked about Hood saying when you get the ball, you gotta make use of your opportunities, and they shoot themselves in the foot again.
Yeah, I completely agree. Volleyball is a game of momentum, and we talked about it in the first stream with Joe Brennan, that it's really all about going on runs, but what a lot of teams struggle sometimes is that one. A good call from a Fuebu to keep that one out. Didn't want to keep that alive, and so that'll be point Hood College. But volleyball is all about going on runs, and you can't go on a run if you're not locked in on the first point, because when you get that first point, you can get the second one. When you get the second one, you can get the third one. You can't get the fourth point until you get that first point and then the second point. And that's what is so crucial, as that one falls out of bounds, and it'll be Bears point. 7-3 lead for Clinton.
Yeah, it seems like every time Hood's got the ball, something goes wrong. I don't even know if they've had more than 2 or 3 points in one go at a time. Or Clinton, when they get the ball, they like to take advantage of it usually. Not in this case, because I just said that they take advantage of it.
Charlotte White is on the end of that serving error, gives Hood the ball back. We'll have Madison Powell serve this one up for Hood. That one goes in the back corner, nicely dug out. Set, hit, just out of bounds. Chelsea Bell was on the beginning of that attempt and can't get it to go, and we're down to just a 1-point lead, so we're seeing a lot of what we saw in the first set, Bilbo. It's been really close for the first half. For Hood College, you just got to focus on being able to continue this momentum and not let up, not stepping on the gas pedal. as this is a good rally. Sammy Bentley will knock it over. Free ball, diving play made by the Bears. That one's just going to be a free ball over to Hood College. Poked over into the corner. Great stop by Weber. Another free ball, and it just goes past the line. Chelsea Bell trying to slide it into the line, trying to work that one into the corner.
You just said how they haven't been able to go on a run with the ball. This is a great opportunity. We got a tie game. They could grab the lead here.
7-7, 3 points in a row for the Blazers. This one a great serve, and lead has been taken by Hood College Blazers. A really fantastic serve from Madison Powell, and that'll be 4 points in a row for the Blazers. This is the run that we were talking about, Bilbo, and you asked and you shall receive. Another great serve.
It looks like they're out here to prove me wrong today. Whenever I say, they like to say, hey, no, we're going to build on it.
Great block.
And as I say, they're going to build on it. The ball goes.
Great block from Monica Burns will tie the game up. As we will have Ashlyn Knight serve out for the Bears. Number 27 freshman setter from Pickens, South Carolina. Sends this one across. It's set up for the Blazers. A really great dig from Ashlyn Knight. And this is a great rally. Hood College keeping it alive. Some miscommunication, but they kept it in. Good job from the Blazers to get that one across. Weber, a huge smash. Just goes over the line. It will be out of bounds. Point goes to Hood College Blazers. Another great rally, Bilbo.
Can we get a radar gun in here?
We're going to have to eventually. One of these days. I'll see if I can go snag one from the baseball field without them knowing, of course. I'd never do that, but I think I could get the authority.
How fast do you think on that one?
How fast? 60, 70 maybe. Got to be around that. Hood College, they have the lead, dug out. Here's that one, sails way over from Faulkner. And the Hood College Blazers now have a 2-point lead. They're starting to go on a run. I mean, they have had all of the momentum, it feels like, in the last maybe 5, 6, 7, or 8 points. It's still a close game, 10-8, 2-point lead for the Blazers. Kept alive, Weber just going to send this one over for a free ball. Blazers, good set. Tries to get that back corner. Kept alive by Weber and the libero. This is another great rally. Just tried to poke it over, it's blocked. Blocked once again, oh my goodness. Monica Burns staying on your toes, and another great rally and another great point for the Bears.
Yeah, that was some great defense right there. Clinton wanted the ball back for sure. No, they showed it there. And they've been great serving, so especially when they have gotten the ball back after Hood has gotten some momentum.
Another great serve, Camilla Newton, and she has been a star on that serving line. Ties it up. She's not letting Hood have any momentum anymore.
She has taken over the game early on.
See a replay of the point before. 1 block, 2 block. Monica Burns show off the hops. That one hits the rafters. Hood just going to send a free ball over. See what the Bears can conjure up. Weber looked like she was going to smash that one. Just poked it across. Another great save. Weber pokes this one in the back corner. What fantastic placement from the Bears outside hitter, Madison Weber.
Yeah, well, they've been using the velo. This time they go to placement, mixing it up here a little bit.
Like a Swiss Army knife for the Bears. And don't count out Charla White, the libero, the defensive specialist for the Bears. Another fantastic rally for her. She saved the ball a couple times with some dives.
There's
Hood.
the placement.
There she is again, Charla White. Monica Burns just knocks it across. So it'll be a free ball for Hood. That one's poked over, kept alive by Burns again. This is another amazing rally. The Bears trying to close the gap, and it's blocked on the free ball. The dig was heading towards the Bears' side, and you've got Weber and Burns onto that far side of the net, just dominating up front.
Yeah, Clinton's defense recently here has stepped up. They've gotten the ball back behind the line, which is huge.
We could definitely argue that defense has been great for both of these squads. The last couple points is that one will just be a small hitting error from Isabel Garrett. And so Clinton will start to retain their lead that they lost from Hood, as it'll be timeout. Blazers coaches are going to talk it over with their players. We'll be right back in just a moment on Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college.
And we welcome you back on the Wayne Prophet Core Turner Gymnasium, University of Lynchburg campus. Ethan Moronsky with John Bilbo. Clinton Bears up 13-10. It has been really back and forth this second set, more than it was in the first half of the first set. But Clinton now up 14-0 off of that error from the Blazers. You think we start to see what we saw in that first set, where the Bears start to trickle away and extend their lead?
Well, whatever I say, the opposite's going to happen. So, but I don't know. We'll see if Clinton can get the ball back. Hood grabs it this time. Let's see if they can build off of it.
Great swing and a kill from Sammy Bentley. And just like you talked about, it seems like every time you say something's going to happen, the opposite just occurs. And Bentley with a really nice smash to cut the lead down to 3 as she now heads to the serving line. She'll smack this one across. Beautiful serve. Even better dig. Weber in the corner. Oh, just tries to go cross court and can't get it over the net. She really went for placement on that one. And we've seen Weber absolutely crush so far, as she's got 9 kills. But then again, you go look at the errors and she's got 5. So they are definitely trying to get the ball to Weber, it seems like, as that one is just poked over, can't get past the defensive line. Blocked at the line, tipped. It'll be set up for Weber once again. Hood with the hand at the net, catching a deflection. Ofuebu sends it across, another long rally. Back to Weber, into the corner. Really great job from the Blazers. That one is in the rafters, and no play can be made. A beautiful effort from Ann Huber, but a great job from the Bears to stick with that. Another great job from Charla White to be able to keep that one alive for the Bears. And then again, we're saying her name a ton. Weber into that corner on that outside hitter. She's doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, she is. She's brought the offensive skill set and the defensive skill set to that. As pretty good.
Burns sends this one across. It'll be LeBlanc sending this one over for the Blazers. And we're getting a net violation.
There's been a couple of those here recently.
Yeah, we have seen that multiple times, as we'll get a replay right here of the Weber smash into the corner that got into the rafters. 15-2 Bears, and a little bit of miscommunication again for Hood College. Something that they need to clean up going on their 7th game of the regular season. And that's okay. It's the beginning of a long season. Playoffs aren't for a while, a couple months. So games like these are very important, as Weber really struggling to get that cross-court action, as she sends it right back to Hood College. 3-point lead.
You seen it twice now that she's been trying to go cross court. I wonder if she sees an opening there. Just cannot get the ball up the net, and Hood aims high.
And really the story of the night for Hood College. They start to crush some momentum, or attempt to crush some momentum from the Bears, and then they just give it away with a serving error. And serving errors are something that has really been the problem for teams here in Lynchburg, as one of their biggest problems last year was serving errors. As this is a great rally. Both teams doing a great job. Just got the timing wrong. Alexia Cunningham, we've called her names a couple times. She's got 3 kills and just mistimed the jump. As we'll get a couple substitutions. Sammy Bentley will check in alongside Maria Ricketts. Ricketts will head back to the serving line as they're going to try and cut the deficit past 3 points.
See what happens here. It's been mixed now. They've started to gain some traction, spin the tires.
Dug out by the Bears. They're setting up. Weber now on the right side. They switch up the tactics a little bit. Kept alive as Weber will send that free ball. She heads back to that outside hitter roll. And she'll keep that one alive. Back to her. Another huge hit kept alive by Charla White. And they'll send a free ball over towards the Blazers. Ofuebu with a nice hit towards the left corner. Point Blazers.
Nicely placed. Good velo. Can't ask for a much better shot than that.
Ofuebu, she's somebody we've been looking at a lot. Both the games that Hood College has played here in Turner Gymnasium today. And she's delivering as of right now. Ricketts will send another one over. Dug out by the Bears. They're going back to Weber. She's just got to throw a free ball over. Some more miscommunication. Ofuebu gets the ball back. Kept up by Charla White. Hits the rafters. Comes back down. And it'll be point Hood once again. Bilbo, we are down to a 1-point lead.
Here we go. Let's see if momentum has shifted.
Well, now that you've said that, we might have to look towards a Bears point. But again, this is anybody's ball game. Charla White keeps that alive, but sends it back towards the Blazers. Another great block. Pokes that one over, kept alive. Charla White with the set to Weber. She's got to hold back a little bit. Tosses it over back to Hood. Somehow kept alive. No, it will not stay up. Really good rally. Blazers just couldn't keep it alive.
Number 3, Washington. The Bears, looks like coaches see something they did not like there.
Yeah, Weber.
Even middle of the play, I don't know if you saw it. It looked like the coach was letting them have it.
Weber had a little bit of a word with the line judge on the ladder, as she will now head back to the serving line. So something that we've seen majority of both these sets. It's really been all Weber on that outside hitter roll, but now that she's at the serving line, as that one will be point Bears. But we'll mainly see her in that back roll. We'll maybe see some backside hitting from Weber. 19-16.
And Clinton's teeing off on the tee box.
Okay, it's been a really close set. Weber sends that one across. Ofuebu will send a free ball, hits the top of the net.
Here we go.
They're giving it right back to Cunningham. She's really playing that outside, or that middle blocker roll. That one goes too far. And Weber will stay at the service line.
Timeout on the floor called by Hood.
Timeout called by the Blazers. 20-16 on Wayne Profit Court. Clinton 5 points away from taking set number 2. We'll be right back on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go on a personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Hello, my name is Brooke Marcy. I'm the director here at the Dara Museum, but I'm not just the director. I am also a teacher here at University of Lynchburg. I teach drawing and printmaking, and I'm also an artist. I wanted to show you all a little bit about the Dora and what we have to offer, especially to our students. I tell my students that our greatest gift that we give as artists is allowing others to see the way we see. And I truly believe that that is our greatest gift. That is one of
The Clinton Bears, they're getting jiggy with it down in the corner. 20-16, a 4-point lead for the Bears. Weber's still at the serving line. Tactical timeout for the Blazers, trying to halt any momentum. Weber will send this one across. She's been astonishing this game. Afuebu will take a rip at it. That one poked back over by the Bears. Afuebu with another attempt, hits this one right into the top of the net. And it'll be a 5-point lead for the Bears now.
See if Hood can fight back here. This is how it was last set. They hit their point mark, 16. That's what they had. If you're Hood here, you're in dire, desperate need for some points.
21-16, kept alive by the Blazers. Charlotte White will set up Washington as that one just misses the corner. And Hood College, like you mentioned, they beat their point mark from set number 1. A majority of set 1 was back and forth. It felt like when Hood College got to about that 11-point range, the Bears really just took off and extended their lead. And it's almost as what the Bears are doing so far in set number 2, but we're seeing a little bit more fight, and that has really been the problem of the day, as Afuebu will send this way too far on the serves. You get that point back to make it 17-21, but then you give it right back with a serving error, and you extend Clinton's lead for them. So you're almost minimizing the job for Clinton.
Yeah, you can't expect to do your best, play your best if you just keep giving the ball away. It's like
Point Bears.
We'll have a net violation, and it'll be point Clinton. So now 2 points away from taking set number 2.
right side of the court, open in the front. See if you can lost something here.
Charlotte White sends this across. You got it on the dot, Bilbo. But Hood did a great job keeping it alive. And there's Sammy Bentley. Called her name a couple times this set. And a great job giving their squad some life here late in the second set. 23-18 Bears.
See if Hood can get some momentum here.
Powell will send this a little far, but in. Weber did a great job keeping it alive. There goes 99. Doris Rodrigo just going cross court, finding the top of the line. And now it'll be set point.
See if I can get another prediction here. Middle far side, it's got a little gap, but I think high velo would be my prediction.
Ashlyn Knight at the service line. Pokes it across. Good job by Hood to set themselves up. Blocked, kept alive by everybody in that front line. Defense looked really sharp there. Ashlyn Knight will give it to Charlotte White. Set for Washington. Can't be kept alive. And Clinton will win set number 2, 25-18, giving them a 2-0 lead over the Blazers. Really more of an exciting second set for both these squads. Honestly, it felt a little bit like deja vu, where it was back and forth for a majority of it, and then Clinton just kind of took off towards the end. They kept extending their lead, and eventually won set number 2. 2-0 lead here on Wayne Prophet Court at the University of Lynchburg on LHSN.
Hello, my name is Brooke Marcy. I'm the director here at the Dara Museum, but I'm not just the director. I am also a teacher here at University of Lynchburg. I teach drawing and printmaking, and I'm also an artist. I wanted to show you all a little bit about the Dara and what we have to offer, especially to our students. I tell my students that our greatest gift that we give as artists is allowing others to see the way we see. And I truly believe that that is our greatest gift. That is one of the true powers of art, expanding one's horizons, making a person's world bigger. Because I think The bigger our worlds are and the more we know about the worlds in which we live, the more we start to understand ourselves. And art acts as that conduit between kind of getting to know ourselves and getting to know the world around us. As you can see in our collection right here, you can see we have works from Africa and from Asia, from Oceania. Those works are introducing the students to different cultures, different ideas, different traditions. How important to see through those artists' eyes the reason in which those works were created. And when they were created. They're also talking to a time and a space, a time and a place and a space in which very few of us will ever get to go or experience, but we can experience that through the art, thus making our worlds bigger. Over here we have Connie Fox, who's an abstract expressionist. Her work is about true emotion. Just last week I had a class in here. And I asked them, standing in front of that painting over there, I said, what do you see? I asked
Wayne Prophet Court in Turner Gymnasium on the University of Lynchburg campus. Division III women's volleyball matchup between the Clinton Bears and the Hood College Blazers. We've seen two pretty even sets to start off the match. Both of them started off pretty even, back and forth like a pendulum. It was Hood College, then it was Clinton Bears. And about halfway through, Bilbo, Clinton just kind of extended and never looked back. And I'm wondering, maybe the fatigue is going to start getting to both these teams. We're getting late into the ball game. Third set coming up. Clinton leads 2-0. Bilbo, what do you think about the first two sets from both these teams?
What has me interested is that Hood's played less sets, but Clinton looks like the way more physical team. They're coming out with energy, they're letting the ball fly. Hood's just been on the defensive, it seems like, where Clinton's been attacking.
I completely agree. We mentioned early in the first set that the Bears looked very aggressive up front, in front of the net, and they really haven't changed up anything. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it for the Bears. And we thought that maybe there would be a little bit of fatigue problems when it gets to later on in the set that could possibly give Hood College a little bit of an advantage, but it really has been the opposite. When it gets later on in that set, the Bears, they just flip the switch. They turn on overdrive, and they just completely dominate in that back half. And I don't want to say we're going to be expecting it in the third set. We're hoping it's going to be close the entire way through, because good volleyball is good volleyball. But with the way that both these first two sets have gone, you got to think that Clinton has the really large advantage in this third set.
Well, when I look at this, I'm thinking, what do I need to see a Hood take 3 sets in a row? Exactly. The first thing that comes to mind is when you get the ball, take advantage. The errors for Hood, they have really, every time there's an error for Hood, it seems like Clinton's right there ready to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Errors are always the biggest problem when it comes to volleyball teams, as Afuebu will send this, as that one just catches the line on a huge block. The Bears are going absolutely nuts. That was Sierra Faulkner with the block for Clinton. That gives them a 2-0 lead. But going back to the point you were making, Bilbo, errors are the most costly point to make better in your volleyball game. And so when you're making almost half the amount of errors that you are kills, as there's Afuebu, she finds herself on the board in the third set early. That's her 6th kill of the night. But you look at somebody like Afuebu, absolutely outstanding talent at the front of the net. She's great on offense, better on the defensive side. She's your 5-tool player that you love to have on your team. But when you look at her kill numbers, she's got the most on the team, as that one finds some open space on the Hood College side. So 3-1 lead over Clinton. But you look at the amount of kills that she's got the most on her team, but she's got half of her kills. We're trying to figure out a way to say this. Half of the number of kills she has are errors. That one is launched into the rafters. I got to say that is something that I've seen plenty of volleyballs go into the rafters, but that one just got absolutely launched, and it will be point Clinton.
When you speak of errors, I just said about Hood's errors. It's only fair to say Clinton's had just the same amount of errors. It's just they have not been taking advantage of.
Yeah, and when you talk about how they have a similar amount of errors, it just shows you the amount of opportunities that the Bears are giving themselves. And I think a lot of it has to do with Madison Weber on that outside hitter role. I mean, she's been doing a phenomenal job. 11 kills in the first 2 sets. It's just been outstanding, as we're going to have some confusion at the scores table again. But Weber has gotten so many chances to just do her thing, and I feel like that's what the Bears have been doing all match. I think their game plan is that Weber got a ton of kills in that first set. We're going to keep going to her if they can't help, if they can't do any better against her, as Afuebu will get a huge hit, as that one will go and stay. It was a good block by Cunningham, but it was just happened to stay on their own side. So you cut the lead down to 2 for Hood College, as Afuebu will rotate out. We'll have a couple substitutions. It'll be number 18, Mira Mason, heading to the service line. Haven't seen much of her today.
No, first time that I've heard the name and seen it. So let's see what happens here. Maybe fresh legs.
Absolutely. It's always a possibility. That serve will go way over. So came in for the serve and gives Clinton the ball right back. And again, you've mentioned it in both sets, and it's important to know what you're talking about, and I completely agree with you. Every time that Hood starts to look like they might be gaining some momentum, they shoot themselves in the foot, and they just give the ball right back to Clinton. A great job from the Bears to keep that one alive. They'll send a free ball to Hood College. That one smashed into the corner. Another great save. Weber tries to find some open space. Poked over. It's just a lot of free balls going back and forth. Weber with the kill, going backwards, finds some open space in the center of the backcourt. A great rally for both teams, and who else other than Weber to be able to get that point?
Yeah, she's been great today. And you think she'd slow down playing 7 sets already, but no, it's all gas, no brakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well said. And there it is from Hood College. Madison Powell finds her name in the scorebook once again as she smashes this one. No way anybody was going to be able to stop that on the Bears side, as she now heads back to the serving line.
Yeah, no chance there. That ball was not getting stopped by any chance.
The White will head back into the game for the Bears. This one dug past the referee. No chance in keeping that one alive, and it'll be a pair of points for the Blazers now.
Well, in every set, it's been like this, back and forth. I would not be surprised to see it again.
That one served just outside the line. I really like the idea from Powell. Couldn't keep that one alive, as we'll see. As of right now, who our player of the match is. Weber has just done everything right, it feels like, today, as we get a replay of that point from Powell. A lot of velocity, found just the perfect amount of space. Is that one from Weber? That'll be an ace for her. That one can't be kept alive. It's really been a serving dominance. You also have to take that into account. They've really dominated on the serve, it feels like, that the Bears have done.
Yeah, they have had a lot of aces, and they have came at great times. They have been piled on.
Another one. A pair of aces for Weber as she continues her dominance. The pandemonium that she brings out on the court is just outstanding. She causes so much panic because you know the game plan for the Bears tonight has been get the ball to Weber, whether that's at the serving line or on the outside hitter position. Get the ball to our best player of the game so far.
Well, you think of the amount of aces that she has, she'd be playing poker, because she has just been magnificent.
And right when we've been talking so much good about her, they're going to call a double hit as she tries to send that free ball over. 9-5 lead for the Bears. They've got some breathing room, and I feel like after the first 2 sets that the Bears have played against Hood, yeah, they want to extend their lead early, but I think they're also pretty calm early on in the set as just an absolute smasher from Alexia Cunningham. And we've seen that from her a couple times today. I mean, the height, 6'1" senior, one of the 4 seniors on the squad, showing how good of a player that she is up front. As here it is again. I mean, just no way anybody was getting in the way to keep that one alive, as it'll be another ace for the Bears. And kind of going back on the point that I was talking about before Cunningham smashed that ball across, Clinton's got to feel very at ease going into the middle range of this 3rd set because of what has happened, as Charlotte White sends this one into the net, gives the ball back to Hood College. But again, first 2 sets really close, pretty much almost the entire way, it felt like. And then the Bears just kind of caught a second wind later on in the set and just bolstered themselves over Hood College. You think that has anything to, like, any effect on this set, Bilbo?
I think it has to. When you're Hood and you have not won a set today, and you've been behind steadily, it's got to eat on you. Yeah. And Clinton, they took Randolph to 5 sets, and I think they were very much expected to win that game. And they did not come in here and poke around. They came in here aggressive, trying to get a win. They did not want to go 0-2. They put that game behind them and said, hey, let's worry about what's in front of us. We can't change what happened in the past. Let's go get a win right now.
Rodrigo with a hitting error. That one, absolute smasher from Washington, is blocked and tipped away, and that one goes in the way of Hood College, as there's some excitement. I haven't seen much of it today. They're going on a run, and much like the first 2 sets, Bilbo, they're keeping it close. They're trickling back in. They're now only down by 2.
Yeah, let's see if they can keep going, though. This is about where they've been cut off here very soon. And Clinton's got the energy, and there it goes.
Beautiful hit from Monica Burns. It seems like this front line for the Bears, they're just overpowering the Hood College Blazers front line. It's unbelievable. I mean, you've got Monica Burns, Madison, Weber, Alexia Cunningham. It just seems like they're just dominating up front.
Yeah, I completely agree. The domination has been very much impactful in this game.
Ashlyn Knight sent that across. Hood College immediately blocked by none other than Monica Burns. Weber kept that one alive. Ashlyn Knight with a set up side. That one goes way into the rafters on the hit from Amani Washington. Goes a little too far, hits the light on the way down. And that's just what you have to look out for, as we'll get a replay. A beautiful set. That's a point from earlier for Alexia Cunningham. Excuse me, Monica Burns. And the Bears extend their lead to 4 as Ashlyn Knight sends this one across. Kept alive by Hood. They're going to have to send a free ball. Ashlyn Knight with a set. There she is. Monica Burns just places it in the perfect spot in the back court. And you're almost starting to see a trend here, Bilbo. We're getting to that middle part of the set where maybe the Bears start to overtake everything that Hood College is going to throw at them. And just at the right time, I feel like Hood College is calling a great timeout. So we'll step aside for a couple of seconds on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had, and you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
And we welcome you back to Turner Gymnasium Wayne Prophet Court, which is hosting a neutral game between the Clinton College Bears, and the Hood College Blazers. Ashlyn Knight just continuing her dominance right out of the timeout with a serving ace. She's done a great job back there on the serving line and setting up her front blockers and hitters.
Yep, it's been the same story all day here. The adjustments have not been made for Hood. That's what I'd say so far. See if they can change it fast.
6-point lead for the Bears. Ashlyn Knight keeps that one alive. Charlie White with the set towards Washington. And that one can't get sent across. So Clinton just with a 5-point lead now, giving the ball back to the Blazers. We'll see Emma McGraw step to the serving line. 5-point deficit that they have to cut down on. It is crunch time. It's the third set. You're down 2-0. You don't want to go home with an 0-2 record today. That one hits the top of the rafters. Just can't be kept alive. A little bit of an unlucky series of events as Anna Huber can't keep that alive. A great effort from Cam Madden in the back. But it'll now be a 6-point lead for the Bears. Camilla Newton, she's been a stud at the serving line so far today. Really helped bolster this offense into a 2-set lead. And there it is again. Another serving ace for Olivia Newton. Makes it a 7-point lead. 17-10 is our score in set number 3. Overall, the Clinton Bears are up 2-0. And the trend, if you missed the first 2 sets, the trend is really back and forth for the first half. And just a takeover by the Bears as that one sent a little too far into that back right corner. So point Hood. But Bilbo, you've harped on it all game. It's been all back and forth first half of the set, and then the Bears just seem to take over.
Yeah, and it looks like it's about to happen again. If you're Hood, gotta change something. I can't even tell you. They've called timeouts. They've subbed. You just gotta break through.
So blocked in there. There's Weber. Pokes it through. Pancake from Ofuebu. Can't come up with it. And the name of the match so far has been Madison Weber. She's been outstanding just all ball game. And it just seems like she's going to continue her dominance. She's up front as another serving ace. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is just unbelievable. A complete utter domination to end all 3 of these sets.
Yeah, it's pouring on now. You can see the arrows lining up for Hood.
Saw a great replay there of the soft touch from Madison Weber. Little collision, but it ends up working out for him. Monica Burns trying to make the diving effort as she checks out. Checking in will be Charla White, the libero, and she's been outstanding today also. I mean, talk about the reason why you call it a defensive specialist. Number 14, Charla White, is just about as great as it gets on the court for a defense.
And here comes the serve.
Good job from the Bears to keep this one alive, and there she is. Weber just misses at the line. And another error from Weber. We won't count that one against her. She's been dominating pretty much all game.
Yeah, well, this is the second time we've seen Mason come in to serve. And she puts it in a nice spot there.
There she is again. Weber just pokes that one across, mistimed the run. Now you give Hood College a chance. Just misses the back line. That's as close as it gets. We've seen that a couple times, but it'll be point Clinton College. And you can't really put enough praise on Charla White. She's been outstanding in that midsection. The libero in the burgundy shirt towards the left of your screen. She's been phenomenal. It feels like she's always been on the court. I know that she has been subbed out. Is that one little too much sauce on it. That'll be point Clinton, but it seems like Charlotte White has been in this game 90% of the time. And you go back to earlier today, they played a 5-setter with Randolph and ODAC team, and we know the ODAC has done really well as that one will be blocked straight down from Alexia Cunningham. But they played a 5-setter earlier, and Charlotte White played every single set in that game. And this is a 3-setter as of right now. And she's played every set, about 90 to 95% of it.
Nice ball location there.
Yeah, really beautiful hit. Looked like it might have gone out of bounds. The diving effort from Faulkner to keep it alive was outstanding, but no chance of being able to help themselves on that play. So it'll be an 8-point lead.
Have you noticed anything? It's deja vu here. 2 points to 7.
So we see a replay here. Yeah, it might have caught the line, so the effort from Faulkner might have been necessary, but like you've been talking about all day, Bilbo, is it's been all back and forth first half, and they've just carried away with the rest of the set, every single one of them. And now it's set point, it's match point, 24 to 14. So we're gonna be getting at least 8 match points if Hood College comes back. Obviously anything's possible. It's 20 to 14, but we're really expecting the Bears to come out on top now.
And here we go.
That one is set, just finds the corner, a whistle blown.
Ooh, I thought that one might have gotten in.
So the ball definitely stayed in, a little bit of the net contact on the front line. So still match point, second match point, 24 to 15 in favor of the Bears. And it's just exactly what you've said all night, Bilbo. It had been great sets to start off, and the Bears have just dominated.
Well, Hood gets the ball back. Let's see if they can at least put some points on the board.
Lofted serve.
Oh!
And there she is. Number 19, Alexia Cunningham. We've called her name a bunch today as she had an outstanding match. Clinton will take set number 3, 25 to 15. Player of the game, Bilbo, I feel like has to be Weber. I mean, she had phenomenal numbers throughout the entire game. 14 kills, 2 aces. She was a threat in front of the net and on the service line and even in the back of the court. But there were plenty of names that we can call out. You've got Faulkner did a great job, a lot of energy. Amani Washington, really great up front. Camilla Newton did a great job at the service line. There's so many great names. Charlotte White, we praised her a ton in that third set. But playing 8 sets today, winning 5 of them, you really got to give it up to her. I mean, she was outstanding, really the only libero / defensive specialist on the Bears squad. And then again, Monica Burns, number 22, the sophomore, did a fantastic job, and it all comes down to number 17, Madison Weber, an outstanding job as they head back into the locker room. So Clinton College will go 1-1 on the day. They lost a 5-setter to Randolph College just down the road a couple hours ago. They came in here, pulled out the broomsticks, and swept Hood College. Hood College will go 0-2 today as they lost in 3 sets to Lynchburg and then lost in 3 sets again against Clinton College. Lynchburg goes 1-0 today. We were supposed to have an all-day event, but it didn't plan out like that. Some teams pulled out at the last minute. But a great day for volleyball. Bilbo, any exiting thoughts?
Clinton might have broke the speed limit on the velocity of the way the ball was hit. I think you got to look at both sides. Clinton's definitely got something to build on for game 2. And if you're Hood, I'd say you'd want to build on the second or the last set in the game versus Lynchburg. That was their best set of the day I've seen. If they keep it close, maybe it's a stamina issue. I mean, but again, you don't see the subs come on the court.
Yeah, a lot of things that you can ponder about if you're Hood College. You really want to focus on the positives. I like how you brought up the third set against Lynchburg. They really kept it close, but we are going to close this out, and on behalf of our broadcasting crew, we really want to thank you for joining us in this neutral site matchup, and we will see you guys soon on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network and Flow Sports.